Thank you. Welcome.
My name is Bonnie Macgregor. I live in McKinleyville. And I just want to say to people who are speaking out of great emotion that please do not blame the people who are working on it. I don't know you well, but I have worked with every one of the supervisors here and all the people who are the staff on aspects of this issue. It was 30 years ago that we started working on this in Humboldt County, all right, 30 years. Things have happened. I assure you, Arcata House did not exist. RCAA didn't have the shelters. We didn't have so much. But one of the things we did back then, and it was partly because the county realized they were liable for deaths in the county, for people who were out in the elements, was that we opened a totally inadequate shelter at the Muni. The city was so resistant to doing it that they didn't even turn on the hot water so that people could wash their hands. We have come a very long way. Sitting here and listening to your staff speak so knowledgeably and effectively, and to look at what people are doing is a great, I have great respect, and I'm very pleased. I want to give you a little bit of history as to why we're still here. When I came to Humboldt County, I came from San Francisco. I had directed the food bank, and homelessness had already begun. The first round of money that came from the government for homelessness was for emergency shelter and day services. By the time Humboldt County started getting organized, the next round of funding was for family, supportive, a transitional housing, they called it. So the RCAA, the Arcata House, all that we started developing was that second rung, and we have never had that emergency shelter, never. We've had to do it year to year to year to year to year. But that's the history of why that happened. And it happened, the reason why we don't have public housing is because in 1978, this is where history, oh, shoot.
30 seconds.
Okay, in 1978, the federal government defunded public housing. So we haven't had federal funding for public housing. I do want to go on record as saying I do support declaring a crisis. I think it opens up more possibility. And those of you on the board who have been so eloquent and put it into the housing element and into the general plan, that you want to make sure that property rights are supported.
Thank you.
The other side of that is to make sure people without
Thank you, Bonnie.